Aubameyang, Lacazette and Ozil. What is Arsenal going to do with these three players time the summer comes around? If you want to know my thoughts, then stay tuned. Hello to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to Arsenal TV. Now, this video is my thoughts on the situation that apparently the Arsenal are rumoured to be selling Aubameyang, Lacazette and Mesut Ozil in the summer. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, and I'll give you who I would sell, who I would keep, and what I think the board will do. Now, the first player I would like to talk about is Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang joined Arsenal on the 31st of January 2018 for a record transfer fee of £57.3 million. Now, when Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was at Borussia Dortmund, I believe he was, at that time, his transfer market value was £58 million. And he had 3 years left on his contract. But Arsenal brought in for £57.3 million. Now, as we all know, that Aubameyang is 30 years old at the moment. He's 31 this year. Now, as we know, his current contract at Arsenal expires on the 30th of June 2021. So when June comes around, he will have a year left on his contract. Now, in his Arsenal career at the moment, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang has scored 56 goals to date at the moment in 88 appearances for Arsenal in all competition. His record at the moment for this season, for the 2019 and 20 Premier League season, he's made 23 appearances for Arsenal and he's scored 14 goals at the moment. I reckon he will end up getting the Golden Boot this season if he can keep producing the goal that he will be doing. Now, in terms of the attack, this is his stats for the attack this season in the Premier League. Now, he scored 14 goals, as I've said. He's had 58 shots. 23 of those shots have been on target. He's made 8 big chances, missed only 8 of them. His shooting accuracy this season has been 40%. Now, his team play, he's had 1 assist. He's made 517 passes. He's made 4 big chances created. And he's made 63 crosses this season in the Premier League. So, in terms of his stats at the moment, this season in the Premier League, I wouldn't sell him. At the moment, he's been the player that's been getting Arsenal out of trouble in terms of scoring goals. Because we've had no goals coming from midfield. Apart from Aubameyang, we've had goals from Martinelli at the moment. And apart from that, he's the only person that seems to be getting us out of trouble every week. What I would do with Aubameyang at the moment, well, I know that Aubameyang has got a year left on his contract. Time June comes around. Now, as we know, Raul Sanelli and Vinay turned around and said in an interview that if a player gets down to their final year of their contract, they're either going to try and convince the player to stay and to sign a new deal, or if that player does not sign a new deal, they will sell the player. The only thing I would suggest is try and give him a new deal. Try and give him, say, more money to the wages that he's already getting now. Because I think that Aubameyang does deserve the money. He does deserve a pay rise. I don't know what else the board can do. If Aubameyang doesn't sign a new deal, then I don't think Arsenal has any other option but to sell him. It's not ideal in what we want, but maybe we have no choice. If we do sell him, we're probably looking 70, 80 mil. If we get beyond that, that's a bonus. I know Barcelona and other clubs will be looking to get his signature in the summer if Arsenal cannot tie him down to a contract. But let's just see what happens. Personally, for me, I would like to keep him. And I wouldn't sell. I would try and get him to sign a new deal. Another player, obviously, that's been linked with this is Alexander Lacazette. Now, as we know, Lacazette joined Arsenal on the 5th of July 2017. Now, before he joined Arsenal, he was actually gonna go to Atletico Madrid, but Atletico Madrid at that time got a ban, so they had to miss out, and obviously Arsenal were lucky enough to get Lacazette at that time. I believe the transfer fee for Lacazette was £47 million that we brought in for. I think it was £47.7 million. As we know that Lacazette is 28 years old at the moment, so he's still young, he's still got time on his hands. Now, Lacazette's contract expires on the 30th of June, exactly the same, 2022 is the time that his contract expires. Now, in his Arsenal career at the moment, Lacazette has scored 46 goals in 115 appearances for Arsenal. Now, his current record at Arsenal this season in the Premier League, he's made 18 appearances in the Premier League, but only scored 5 goals. And he's got 2 assists. That's not great. I know, as we know, that Lacazette is misfiring in front of goal at the moment. And I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't. I think this has been one of his worst seasons in an Arsenal shirt at the moment. Now, last season, in the 18 and 19 season, Lacazette was Arsenal's player of the season. And he scored quite a few goals that season as well. To be honest, I don't know what's wrong with him. Now, in recent games, he's worked his socks off every game. His hold-up play, his work rate has been phenomenal. But maybe work rate is not enough. He is a striker. His wages is for him to score goals. And at the moment, Lacazette has not been doing that. Not up to the standard that we know he's capable of doing. So I don't know what to do with Lacazette at the moment. I really don't. Now, in terms of his attack status this season in the Premier League, now he's got 5 goals. He's had 38 shots. 16 of those shots have been on target. His shooting accuracy is 42%. Big chances missed, 3. Now, his team play. He's got 2 assists for the goals. He's made 342 passes. Big chances created, only 2 of them. And his crosses, only 14. Now, I know Lacazette, his contract expires in the year 2022. So he's still got another 2 years at the moment. But time that comes around, maybe Arsenal would be looking to sell if Lacazette does not sign a new deal. I personally hope Lacazette does sign a new deal. I really do. Because I think he's really important to our team. His work rate is phenomenal. And if you look at his hold-up play, that's one of his strengths. Now, his hold-up play, he's the only player in our team that I think is best at holding up the ball. I don't think there's no other player in our side that's good enough to do it. So I'm hoping Arsenal does sign him for a new deal time that comes around. Now, I believe that Lacazette's transfer market value is exactly the same as Aubameyang, £63 million. Now, for Lacazette, I would be looking between about £70-80 million if he can start producing the goals. But let's see what happens. Let's see. I wouldn't want Arsenal to sell him either because he's very crucial to our side. But let's just see what happens. The last but not least player that I would like to talk about in today's video, and that is Mesut Ozil. Now, Mesut Ozil joined Arsenal on the 2nd of September 2013 for a transfer fee of £42.5 million. And we brought him from Real Madrid. Now, at that point in time, he was playing so well at Real Madrid. Absolutely brilliant. And at that point, us Arsenal fans were saying, yes, finally, Arsenal have gone out and done the business and brought in a world-class player. Now, as we know, Mesut Ozil is 31 years old. Now, his contract expires on the 30th of June, 2021. So he'll be going into his final year in June. Now, his time at Arsenal in his whole career, Mesut Ozil has scored 43 goals in 250 appearances for Arsenal. Now, a couple of games ago, Mesut Ozil made his 250th appearance for Arsenal. That's a good achievement, massive achievement. But recently, now when Mikel Arteta first came in and we saw Mesut Ozil play, Mesut Ozil was playing absolutely brilliant. It was like the Mesut Ozil that we brought from Real Madrid. But just recently, Mesut Ozil has gone back into his shell and he's not producing the goods. Now, his current record at the moment for the 2019 and 20 season, he hasn't scored no goals at all this season. And he's only assisted 1 goal. And he's made 15 appearances for Arsenal. Now, in his attack, his stats for this season in the Premier League, he's made no goals for Arsenal. He's had 7 shots. 2 of those shots have been on target. His shooting accuracy percentage is 29%. Big chances missed, 1. Now, his team play stats. Now, he's assisted 1 goal. He's made 685 passes this season. Big chances created, none. Crosses, 67. Now, in the modern day football, I believe that the number 10 role is fading out. It's gone. Mesut Ozil is that old-fashioned number 10. If you compare him to the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Hakim Ziyech for Ajax, completely different. They all play in the same position, but if you look at the way they play on the field, it's completely different. Now, Mesut Ozil is not scoring any goals for us, and that's where Arsenal is lacking. Now, if you look at the likes of Ajax and you look at the likes of Man City, their goals are coming from midfield. They are coming from Kevin De Bruyne. They are coming from Hakim Ziyech. Our goals are not coming from our midfield, and that is a massive problem for Arsenal. What to do with Mesut Ozil? Well, Mesut Ozil has been at the club for roughly about 5 years, 5-6 years now. And, his contract expires in year 2021. To be honest, I would sell him in the summer, this summer coming. Not leave it until he's got a year left. Sell him this summer. That's what I would do. I think he's been here long enough to have his chance and try and be a club legend. Personally, for me, he's done. I think Ozil's time at the club has come to an end. And personally, for me, he has to go. I would sell him this summer. Now, I believe his transfer market value has now gone down to £19.5 million. That's because of his performances. And because in some games he hasn't been playing under Unai Emery. There were some games he wasn't playing under Arsene Wenger. So his transfer market value has gone down by a lot. Personally, I would try and get between 25 to 30 million pound if we can. Now, my concern is, and this is down to the board and this is down to now to the owners. My concern is if we sell these 3 players, will the board and will the owners invest that money that we get with those 3 players to either replace the players or go and fill in the areas that we need covering to strengthen our side? If we sell Mesut Ozil, I would be looking at someone the likes of Grealish, maybe, for Aston Villa. I'd be looking at Hakim Ziyech for Ajax. I would also be looking at James Maddison, if possible. But I doubt it, but that's who I would personally like to see. So, guys, that is my thoughts on these 3 players that has been rumoured to be selling by Arsenal. Guys, let me know in the comments box what you would do. I want to hear your thoughts. What you would do with these 3 players. Guys, if you did enjoy this video and you are new to Arsenal TV, you know what to do. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, which is very, very important. And making sure you are leaving your comments below. Guys, until my next video, I will see you a lot soon. I am out of here.